In the book of Joshua, Joshua leads the Israelite people into the land that God had promised to give them. In Joshua chapter 1, God promised Joshua that wherever he stepped, he would be stepping on land that God had given him. But to take the land, he would have to step into the land. One of the most famous stories in the book of Joshua is the story of Joshua and Israel capturing the great walled city of Jericho. In this story, God tells Joshua to take the army of Israel and to march around the city of Jericho for 6 days. On the 7th day, they're to march around the city 7 times and then let out a great shout. God promised Israel and Joshua that if they did this, the walls would fall down. So Joshua and Israel obey what God said, and they march around the city once a day for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, they march around 7 times. On the 7th lap, they let out a great shout. The walls of the city fall down, and God gives the city to Israel. God gave Israel the city. In faith, Israel marched around the walls of Jericho, and in response, God brought the walls down and gave Jericho to Israel, just like he promised. On Wednesday, August 28th and Wednesday, September 5th, we're planning prayer walks as part of our Echo Place Outreach Initiative. And I'm hoping that as many of you as possible will join me as we walk and pray on the 50 streets that make up the Echo Place community. As we walk, I want us to pray for the people and the families, the businesses and the schools that make up the Echo Place community. I want us to pray that God would draw those who don't know him from this community closer to himself. I want to pray for the businesses, that God would bless them in such a way that the business owners would be caused to ask why. I want us to pray for the schools, for the teachers and the students, that God's peace would reign in their classrooms. I want to pray that God would bring down the walls that hold the people of Echo Place spiritually captive, and that they would know the freedom that's available to them in Jesus Christ. I believe that in the same way that God gave Israel the city of Jericho in response to their faith, that he'll give us fruitfulness in the community of Echo Place if we'll walk around this community in faith. Please plan to join me on Wednesday, August 28th and Wednesday, September 4th as we walk and pray for this part of our city.